Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I am going to do the Tarot Collective for today. Today is Wednesday. It is August 26, 2026. Okay, this is a new one. I heard Saturday. I heard Saturday. I don't know why, but I heard Saturday. Um, you may follow me on the Talk the Tube, my blog or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, God's kiss. We love that for you. Whatever doesn't fit, just leave it on the table for someone else. You do not need to take on energy that was not meant for you. Okay? Please do not do that. Please do not do that. We're using Deck of the Undead by Hattie Thorne. You can find us at hattiethorne.com. You can find it in her Etsy shop. Go on her website and sign up for her newsletter. She sends you coupons. She sends you updates on new decks. You get discounts on new decks. Like I told you guys, she's in the UK. So shipping from the UK to here, it's like a straight fee depending on how much you spend. It's a lot wiser to buy a few decks at a time and have them shipped over because it's expensive, the shipping. Um, if you sign up for a newsletter, you can get coupons, you can get discounted decks, all that stuff. So if you're interested, I know she does not pay me to say that. I just absolutely love her decks. That's all. We got one on the table. Actually, I should be getting my order from her. Maybe Friday or Saturday or Monday. Didn't we have this card the first card last time? We got two on the table. I swear to God, I saw a card upside down. Maybe it was just my eyes playing tricks on me. Three on the table. Someone fucked around and found out. Someone faffoed. Someone did something that they shouldn't have done. Someone hurt another person and rejoiced in it, basically. Someone like hurt someone on purpose, but they're the ones that are living in some kind of Three of Swords, Five of Swords energy. Four on the table. We're gonna do two more shuffles. Let me get the card. Two more shuffles. Two more shuffles. Five on the table, but I can't see it. We got five on the table. We finally got our first major. No reversal. Someone took a chance. Someone did something that they should not have done. And they thought it was going to make them like a big man, a big woman, something like that. You guys, sorry, I have a cold, so if I sound like my nose is really stuffy right now. I uploaded the collective already when I was in between and I was putting cards away and pulling out this deck and uploading the video, and I blew my schnoz. Oh my God, the snot that came out of there! I swear to God. It's good though because I want it to go away. Someone thought that someone thought that this was going to make them like superior. I heard the winner. And then I heard winner, winner, chicken dinner. They thought that they were doing something in the right. Like they thought they were doing something that really wasn't going to make a difference to another person. And then they hurt somebody. Because I'm looking at this Three of Swords card. They hurt somebody. And at the time, they didn't really give a shit. They're like, oh, well, I got to do what I got to do, right? Doesn't matter. But then whoever this is, they realize they're the ones that are in this Three of Swords, Five of Swords energy. They're the ones that thought that this was going to make them feel on top, and they're realizing I do not feel like I'm on top. And that's probably the karma. Like somebody did something that they shouldn't have done to another person, thinking it was going to make them a big man. Okay, it doesn't matter. It could be a feminine, right? I just keep hearing big man. And the karma is the guilt. The guilt. Like realizing like, oh, I fucked up. I should not have I should not have done that. Last shuffle. Whoa. We got 8 on the table. Now we've got 3 majors. Yeah. Like it's almost like it repeats. It's almost like it's repeating. Yep. I'm telling you, it's their karma. They're gonna feel like this for a long time. Bottom of the so we got 9 cards at bottom of the deck, 3 majors, no reverse. Sorry, 4 majors, because bottom of the deck was a major. 4 majors, no reversal. Bottom of the deck is 9 of Wands. This is gonna go on for a long time for this person. Oh, look at that. Right after bottom of the deck is the Lovers. I don't know if they fucked over somebody that they were supposed to be with, somebody that they were with. Top of the deck. You can't make this shit up, you guys. The Tower and Justice. This is this person's karma. This is whoever they fucked over, that's their justice. This person is going to be sitting in like some type of guilty self-hate mode, like I really dislike myself mode. They're going to be sitting in this for a long time, and this person is going to go back and forth in their head, and when they think they're finally done feeling guilty and feeling ashamed, it's going to wash all over them all over again. It's right here in the cards, literally. We got 3 of Swords, we've got Ace of Cups, 5 of Swords comes after that. King of Pentacles. When the King of Pentacles came out, that's when I heard big man, big man. You think you're a big man. Wheel of Fortune. Somebody thought they had the one up. Somebody thought they had game. Somebody thought, they're aces, like they're cool. It's going to be fine. The fuck it is. The fuck it is. Like I said, they faffoed. They fucked around and found out. Ace of Pentacles after the Wheel of Fortune. But look at this. The Emperor, the Fool, and the High Priestess. Like this person did something to again, it could be a lover. Somebody that they were supposed to be in a relationship with. Someone that they were in a relationship with. And it could just be someone that they love. It could be a family member that they fucked over. It could be a friend, coworker, neighbor, you name it. But with this Fool and this High Priestess, this person, they, like I said, they thought they were the big fucking man. They thought that they were winning. They thought they were going to get the one up on somebody and they were going to win. They were going to come out ahead. They were going to be number one. But when I see this Fool after the Emperor, Like it's literally like someone on a fool's errand. And don't get me wrong, sometimes the fool card can be, like joyous, like embracing the world and just seeing what's out there, and just taking that leap of faith, jumping off that cliff, taking that dive, starting something new, right? But that's the thing. That's the thing. It's like the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. Like they did something on purpose with joy. Like they thought, like, this was gonna be their abundance. This was gonna be, like I said, they're one up. But then the three, whoever this person is, they're actually the ones in the Three of Swords and the Five of Swords. They're actually the ones that are having the fuck around and find out moment. They're the ones that believed they were going to be a King of Pentacles or an Emperor with the Wheel of Fortune. Like they thought something was coming in for them. Like if I leave this person and go towards a different person, like it's going to be the biggest difference. Like, that person wasn't for me, but this person is for me. Well, God decides that. God's going to pair you up with who you're supposed to be paired up with. And if you shun, and I've said this a million times, if God gives you a gift and you throw that gift away, especially if it's a person, especially if it's a lover, a soulmate, and you throw that person in the trash, oh baby. Oh baby, the amount of karma that you're going to get. Not to mention the fact that God is going to be like, oh, you don't want that person? Because they're loving, they're caring, they're giving, they're there to heal with you, they're there to heal you, they're there to be your soulmate, your forever partner. You don't want that person? Okay, then I'll give you what you do want. You think you want something different? I'll give you something different. They fucked around and found out. With this, the High Priestess card to me is the karma. Like, this is God giving them the FU. The Fool card is because this person keeps experiencing this. It's like a Groundhog Day. Like I said, this person fucked around and found out. They experienced some karma, and then they probably thought, okay, like my time's done. Like I'm coming through it. I'm coming out on the other side. But then like 3 days later, they wake up and they realize they're in the same exact spot. They feel like shit. They feel guilty. They can't believe they did what they did, and they're having a hard time healing and moving on from it. It's almost like God pushes them to that brink where, okay, you're healing. You're going to heal from this. You're going to move on. It's going to be fine. But then they get up the next morning and it's like, no, they're not fine. No, they're not healing. Like they just took like 50,000 steps back. And there's a lot of, like I said, one of the first things I said is this person feels guilt, and they do. There's something about them feeling guilty, something about them feeling completely guilty. Like they did something, they fucked around with somebody that they shouldn't have fucked around with. And I think until they actually learn from this situation, learn this lesson, they're going to keep repeating that cycle, that karma cycle. Because it's almost like they're getting to the brink of understanding and healing from it and moving on, but then they don't, and they restart the cycle. It's like they're this part, they're this much away from realizing, like, oh, I got to take accountability for my actions. Like, oh, I shouldn't be fucking around with people if I don't want to be fucked with, right? Like, just live your life in peace. You don't need to fuck around with people. Why are you fucking around with people, right? Like, somebody needs to have those epiphany moments in order to move that healing along. Otherwise, they're just going to keep, whoever this is, they're just going to keep repeating this cycle. It's in the cards. Like, I'm literally, like, that's what I'm seeing. It's in the cards. Like, so. And I don't want to, I want to yell and call this person a fucking idiot, but at the same time, like, this is just someone that didn't get it. And they're on the verge of getting it, but it's almost like, are they just deliberately like copping out? Like they don't want to take that accountability? In order for you to heal and move on from a situation, you need to take accountability for your action or your inaction. Every human on the planet needs to do that. Otherwise, they're just going to continue the same fucking cycle over and over and over again. And it doesn't necessarily need to be with the same people. It doesn't necessarily mean you literally repeat that cycle, but you're going to repeat some type of emotional, mental cycle. It's karma. Like, this person is getting fucking karma. And it's like they're getting it up the ass. And they're it's and I'm not gonna lie, it's it's given me like a stubborn energy. Like did you guys ever watch, it was an old show, I think like 50s, 60s, 50s, Father Knows Best. I watched it every once in a while with my dad. I've never seen the whole, all the seasons or anything like that, but I watched it every once in a while with my dad. It's like this person does not know best. Like, they think they know best. They think they're hitting those healing marks, and then they just let it slack. And that's why they keep repeating the same circle. It's like I'm just assuming they're deliberately not getting it. Like, they're deliberately being obtuse. Because here's the thing. Once you take accountability for this bullshit in this reading, then this person needs to take accountability for all the other bullshit that they did in the past. All the bullshit that they're going to do in the future, right? I'm not perfect, you guys. I'm not perfect at all by any fucking means. Anytime I fuck up, I have to look at that situation from all angles. And I have to say to myself, okay, this is what they did, but what the fuck did I do? Or what did I not do? And how did I do it? And not only how did it affect me, that is important. How did it affect me? But how did it affect them? How did it affect the situation? People, and I will say this all day long, people do not want to take accountability. People do not want to take any fucking accountability. I literally see it every day at work. I literally see it out there in the world. I literally have friends that I stopped being friends with because none of them want to ever take accountability for their action or their inaction. And we're talking grown ass adults, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. And I'm sorry, I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be that person that keeps myself stuck like that emotionally and mentally. That's very draining. It's actually freeing, right? To be able to say, you fucked up, Kim. You done fucked up. How are we going to fix this? How are we going to not do this next time? And just because I realize like I fucked up, it doesn't mean I'm not going to fuck up again, because every situation is different. Everyone involved in a situation is different. Everything that happens in your life, it's not necessarily the same thing over and over again. And even if it technically is the same lesson, it's not the same situation. It's not the same players. It's not the same scene. Like, it's like fucking movies out there. Like, you're in plays, you're in theater, you're in movies. Like, it's different every time. And you're telling me you're going to go through your life and you're never going to take accountability for anything that you've done or not done? How do you think that's going to work? How? Because that is, to me, that is just highly toxic. That is karmic. That is just, yeah. And for someone to say, oh no, that's not my fault, every time, it gives narcissism, because there's no way that you literally enter a situation and something happens and you just automatically say, oh, it's their fault. Even like, take a week to think about it, take a couple days to think about it. You still think everything is their fault? Everything is somebody else's fault? I can't imagine living my life like that. I just can't. seeing like a big white truck, like a, I don't know what any of the styles of truck nowadays. I always just say F-150 because that's one of the big ass trucks that I knew. I don't know what the biggest truck is out there, but big ass truck, big ass white truck. I, I don't know why I'm being called to say this, but I do love a gentleman in a truck. I'm not gonna lie. Big truck, little truck. Oof. I love a truck. I love a truck. Oh my god. Whew. I remember one time the ex-husband got in an accident and he had to have a loaner and they gave him an F-150. And I can't remember where we drove to, but it was our day off, so we drove somewhere and it was probably like a half an hour, 45-minute drive. And I just remember looking at him behind the wheel and I was like, "Ooh, I like that." I have always loved a man in a truck. And you know what's funny? Maybe it's in the genes, y'all. Maybe it's in the genes because my dad's side of the family, um, his dad's side of the family, had ranches in Wyoming, and I think I want to say when my father was a teenager, his grandfather still lived on like the farm, the ranch, whatever you want to call it, and I remember my dad talking about he learned how to drive on the ranch in like an old pickup, and I just, yeah, like I don't know what it is. I remember when I was watching Yellowstone, um, when I was still married to the ex husband and we had cable. I was watching Yellowstone, and whew, I love that show. I love that show. The ranch houses, the ranch, the pickup trucks, the cowboy boots, the cowboy hats. I love it all. And there is nothing like, let me tell you something. There is nothing like a tall, thinner kind of guy with cowboy boots and some shaggy hair and some jeans and a white tee and maybe a jacket and a cowboy hat would be nice too and some shades, um, hurling himself in and out of a pickup truck. Ooh, ooh. That I'm hearing Ed Sheeran's song Shivers. Yeah, it gives me the shivers, all right. Nothing sexier than that. Nothing sexier than that. I always, and I think I talked to you guys about it like this last year. Like I wanted to get a pair of cowboy boots, and I always picture myself like in a cute little dress with cowboy boots in the summer, and get a cute little hat. And it doesn't even necessarily need to be a cowboy hat, but oh yeah, sets me on fire, baby. Anyway, something about a white truck might be significant, might mean something to someone. Huh. Something about like a metal fence. I'm picturing like like in my old neighborhood, where I grew up as a kid, we had, they're for the most part like little houses. Don't get me wrong, like some of them were 2 story, but they were like those split level kind, the ones that kind of looked like if you looked at them from the street, like they kind of went up slanted, like the front door was on the side of the house by the driveway and the garage, and you would go in and it would be like your living room, kitchen, and then you'd go up a few steps and you'd have your 3 bedrooms and your bathroom. It kind of, when you looked at it from the outside, it kind of went up, and there was usually stairs to go down, and you'd have like a little family room, maybe an extra bedroom, or maybe like a bedroom and a bathroom, whatever, kind of like a split level kind of. But you would look at it like the front door would be on the side. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but I don't even know what that style of house is called or if it even has a name. But I'm picturing like all the little houses in my old neighborhood where I was growing up. We all had like little metal fences. We all had fenced in yards. Like those, what are they, like 3 feet? 4 feet tall fence. I think 3 feet, 3.5. Yeah, maybe they were 4 foot. I used to climb them all the time when I was a kid. You know what's funny? I'll never forget it. We had a gate on the one side of the house. We had a gate. It was on the side of the garage. And you would walk along the side of the garage, and there was the gate right up along the side of the garage, and then the fence that went all the way around. And our backyard was slim, but it was long. Okay, my parents were crazy. They put they put our we had like a little swing set, like a little 3 swing set thing. They put it all the way at the end of the fucking the fucking yard. It's like go play on the swing set. It's like okay, it was like in the middle of nowhere because that backyard was probably, God, I don't know, like it was pretty long, 200 feet maybe. I know you probably don't think it's long now, but like as a kid, it seemed like it was huge. And they put the play set like all the way at the end. And don't get me wrong, when we got older, like there was more shade because the trees were growing up back there. But that was the thing, there was more shade. The grass was fading away, it was mud, it was dirty, and it was like, yeah, go play on your swing set. And my brother and I were like, anyway, the gate was on the side of the house and it had a latch, and it was there, right? One year, the first time I went back there, um, because my parents always left. It's hard to explain. We had an add-on to our house. It was added on in the back of the garage, and it was there when my parents bought the house, but they never finished the room. It was supposed to be like a family room, and the previous owners never finished it. And my parents never finished it, which is a real shame. They should have finished it. But there was a back door to the patio. There was also a back door out of the kitchen, which was the original back door, right? But anyway, that had a screen and it was always locked. But the back door to the extra room to the house was usually unlocked because you could go through there, and then there's either the back door to go in the house or there's the back door to get in the garage. And the back door to get to the house was always locked. But you could get into the area there and sit in there, like if it was hot outside or if it was cold outside, like you could go and sit in there until someone came home and unlocked the door from the inside. Anywho, I remember I went around the side of the house, and this was as I got a little bit older and I got a little bit chunkier, and my dad had taken like a strip, like a tie, like a zip tie, and zip tied like 3 or 4 zip ties from the door of the fence to the pole. And you can't get that off without friggin' scissors. Like there's no way to get, like I was just, like a little I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't do it. I didn't have a pair of scissors or a knife or anything like that. So I had to climb the fence. And like I said, I was getting older, I was getting chunkier, and I just remember my brother laughing at me as I was trying to wiggle over the fence. And then I had to help him over the fence, and then we went in through the back door. And actually, that day, the door to the house on the inside was unlocked too. Somebody had left it unlocked, so we got in the house and then locked the door behind us. But and I mean, you're talking like the 80s, 90s. Like it was relatively safe back then. Like nobody would have known unless somebody was casing the neighborhood. Nobody would have known that door was unlocked. I always say that I want to go back and look at the house and see if somebody will let me in so I can look and see what's changed, but I kind of hate to do that too, It's kind of, I don't know, it's like rude. I don't know. It would be interesting though. Yeah, something about a fence, a metal fence, a white truck. I just heard peas and carrots. I don't know. Peas and carrots. Peas and carrots. I'm gonna leave it there. I don't have any peas and carrots, so I don't usually eat. The only time I really eat peas and carrots, is if I make cold macaroni salad, usually with tuna. But I'd rather have celery than have peas and carrots, and I would not do peas and carrots and celery. I don't know why, I just would not. Anywho, that's just me. I'm going to leave it there. I hope it resonates. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you're entertained. I hope you all have a fabulous Wednesday, and I will talk to you later. Bye.